Welcome to my morning edition of the Chicago Millionaire Radio Show. I'm on the road, man. I got a chance to pull up on one of the basketball coaching legends in Chicago. He did his thing at Collins High School. He did his thing at CVS High School, but he mostly did, I think most of his damage at Collins on that west side, that Red West.
Absolutely.
We got Coach Don Russell in here, one of the legends, man. He gave me some time to pull up on him today. How you doing, sir?
I'm blessed, man, Bob. I'm blessed to have an opportunity to just give you a little feedback on my coaching career. And it actually started at Amundson, where I ruled the north side over there. And I had great players like Sam Hill. And actually, I should have advanced to the semifinals. And that was a year that the north side played the west. That's how the route was, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, West challenged North, South challenged Central.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that format so well, you know.
But you started off at Amundson.
I started at Amundson.
Let me start from all the way from the beginning with you, man. What got you into basketball?
Well, I come from a basketball family, man. You know, my brother was sometimes player of the year.
That's Cassie Russell, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And, you know, a coach named Larry Hawkins was very instrumental.
Okay.
And actually, we were baseball fanatics. And when he came to Carver, he was trying to build that program and saw my brother in a PE class and, of course, Cassie Russell. The rest is history. So I actually came from, you know, the basketball family, and it was really difficult being the brother of Cassie Russell.
It was?
Man, people don't know, even my brother didn't know, because we sat down and talked about it on this little show with Clyde Travis. And my brother actually didn't realize that I went through so much. But buddy, I'm here to tell you, it was a good thing being the brother of Cassie Russell. I had to tell him that. Man, ain't no negative because it wasn't you. Hell, I wouldn't have made it into college.
Right.
You know?
Why was it so tough? Because people was expecting you to be like him? Because did you grow up playing ball too?
I sure did.
Where'd you play ball at?
I played at Carver High School.
Okay, so you came behind Cassie.
I sure did. And
Oh.
those were some big shoes to fill.
Those big
Man,
shoes.
come on, Bob. Big shoes to fill, man. And I realized, I said, wait a minute. It ain't about the size. It's about filling them shoes with history.
Right.
You know, and know-how. And a man named Larry Hawkins saw my brother in a PE class, as I said earlier. And the rest is history, man. He came to be All-American, All-City, All-Section at Carver High School. And then me coming behind him, it was tough.
It was tough.
Man, it was tough. And I was too naive to really ask another athlete, said, man, have you ever been in this type of situation? They couldn't tell me.
Because that was new, though. Because Cassie Russell was one of the first guys to go pro out of Chicago, right?
Absolutely.
He's in that class by himself.
Right.
Where he was 6'6" or something like that. I was reading. He was a tweener, right? They didn't know if he was a guard or big.
Right.
So when he came, he was new at his position, right? To the NBA to some degree.
But see, Larry Hawkins taught us multiple of positions.
Okay.
And it wasn't new.
Okay.
Because if you playing a point guard, two guard, there were certain things that he taught us. He reminded us, when you go to college, you're going to be either this or that.
That's right.
And my brother was prepared because he went to Michigan, 3-time All-American, got to the NCAA. And all that time, those were shoes coming behind him that I had to feel.
Ooh.
It wasn't no big deal because I love my brother.
Right,
And,
right.
You know, I even wanted to wear his jersey that he wore at Carver. And so didn't tell me, said, boy, you don't know what you're getting into. But it was a blessing, man, coming behind my brother. And we talked about it. I said, bruh, it ain't no hating. I'm grateful because, you know, I was taught by Larry Hawkins, and I was well prepared to become, fill the shoes behind you.
Right.
But something happened, man. The more I got better in high school, the harder it became to prove a point. And what I mean by that, whatever I did, scoring points or rebounds, it wasn't enough because the paper always said Cassie Russell's brother.
Right.
And I began to be upset about that. Then I thought, well, I love my brother, and if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have got to this point.
Right.
I always wanted to emulate him. I ran the park in rubber boots like he did.
Right.
And I always wanted to be like my brother.
Right.
Now self say, boy, you got some tough shoes for this. But it was a good feeling. That's what I told him.
How much older was he than you?
My brother I was like 17, he was 19.
Okay, so he had a couple of years. Right. Okay.
And, making that transition from baseball to basketball, now that I think of it, baseball was hard to get in the big leagues, man. You had to go to triple 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
I talked to a lot of brothers, man.
It was very prejudiced back then, man.
Absolutely.
And you're talking about back then. You back in the 60s?
Yes,
playing
sir.
Baseball? You probably was with the old Negro League to some degree, right?
And believe it or not, my old man played in the Negro League down south.
Oh.
So that's why we was in love with baseball.
Oh.
And he was really upset when we made that transition from baseball to basketball because he was like All-American in the Negro League.
Coach Russell, it's funny you would say that. Most young black men was playing baseball first.
Absolutely. And that's how I'm saying there was a lot of shoes to fill, history, and the more I got deeper into basketball, I began to realize it was tough coming behind my brother. But when I began to coach to give something back, man, I ran amok on that north side. You talking about prejudice?
Right.
Them white folks, they didn't give a hoot nanny about what they used to do to Amundson. Now there's a new kid, new school on the block. Man, I dominated the north side.
So after you played ball, I want to get. After you played college ball.
I went to Northern Illinois.
You went to Northern, and you hooped there.
Big time scholarship. I played with some tough players, and it was a great feeling.
Wow. That's beautiful, man. You went to Northern?
That was when Northern Illinois was first getting off the ground.
Right.
A man named Tom Jorgensen, who coached my brother in Michigan.
Okay.
Gave me an opportunity to rise up in Northern.
Man, that's good. So then you went there, you played, and then you got into coaching? Was that your transition?
Yeah. I mean, because I had tryouts in the NBA, and what got me these tryouts was the brother of Cassie Russell.
That's a blessing.
Man, you ain't kidding.
That's a blessing.
It's a blessing, because when I had to try out with the New York Nets, I beat out the first round draft choice. He was a guard. I wore his ass out. Lou Conosecchi was the coach.
Oh.
And Willis Reed and my brother got me the invitation up there.
Oh, wow.
And like I said, man, there's a lot of history. And at that time, man, I was that young, eager brother that I was glad to get the opportunity. I was glad to be on a 4-year scholarship at NIU, where I played against the best. I played with the best rising.
Right.
I guarded tough guys like Alton Carr and Rudy Tomjanovich, all those guys. I was Alton Carr, radio announcer for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right.
Tomjanovich was the coach
right.
in Houston.
Right.
But, when you get to the top, you see there's a lot of little stuff, racial. I didn't care nothing about that, man.
Right.
I'm a winner.
Right.
I experienced all that coaching high school at Amundson on the north side, where those coaches was calling the principal, You calling my principal for what? You got your ass whooped in the game that you were beating on Amundson.
Before you got there?
Yeah.
And you said you had Big Sam Hill?
I had Sam Hill 6'9".
I had Sam Hill on the podcast, man. I didn't know who you play. I didn't know Sam Hill played for you, man.
How we met. I happened to, on my way to Amundson, normally I would, off the Lakeshore Drive, I would turn on Foster, and the school was on Foster and Damon. And I would have to say the Holy Spirit told me to go down Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I saw this tall nigga guy walking down Lawrence. Bob, you should have seen me. I got out of my car. I said, boy, where you go to school? He said, he's going to this Scotland school. And I said, you want to come to Amundson? He said, well, the Scotland school may not let me out. I said, I can get you out. 6'9", man. Well, he was like 6'8". And then I taught the brother the game.
Wow.
He was left-handed.
Wow. Big lefty.
Left-handers were always hard to guard.
Right, right.
Right-handers didn't really know how to adjust. And if you think about all the left-handed players was always dominant.
Yep, yep. Especially the players that drive left and shoot right.
Right.
Heavy
Not
dominant.
just guarding because you didn't know what they were going to do.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
that's right.
And at that time, I had 2-3 left-handers on that team.
Oh.
Man, I won the Red North. Again, that was when at City, I know that format where the North met with the West.
Mm.
And the Central met
with the South.
With the South.
Okay.
I ran through that West, man. I beat.
With Amundson?
With Amundson.
Wow.
I'm telling you, Bob, with that team I had, I was trying to go downstate. I wasn't just trying to win the conference.
Right,
you
right.
know, and win a few playoff games. Because I had beat Farragut.
Oh.
I had beat Corliss first. Farragut, because that's when we crossed over. And then I had Crane beat. And an unfortunate situation happened that I would never forget. I had the game won. And the boy, Marcus Liberty, no, the boy that went to Crane, Kenny Norman, stuck his hand through the net and blocked the shot. That's illegal.
That's right.
Why wasn't it called? The game was tied.
Wow.
And the play was off of a inbound under the basket. And of course I had a play that my center and the 6'7" forward crisscross ball was right there. And I would always tell him, situations like that, you dunk it. And you'll break up all of that trying to block your shot. But this guy went through the rim. That win would have put me in the semifinals of the city.
Oh, but he goaltended the ball and they didn't call it.
He goaltended, and Ruben Norris and L.T. Bonner missed the call.
Wow.
So I went in overtime, and they beat them by, like a couple points.
That momentum shift, though.
I supposed to have won the game.
You're supposed to won the game. It's hard to come back after that.
The Final Four, Bob.
Oh, that hurt.
From the north side.
That hurt.
And there was only one team that I thought, in that situation, that advanced to the semifinals. It was Steinmetz.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, why me?
Damn.
I'm thinking about why me? Why can't you? Because I see these referees reffing games, and I know what you're capable of doing. So, I took the format. Do you know how hard it is to get to the quarterfinals in the public schools, out of
Public
71
league,
schools?
right.
It's tough.
Right. And then back then, they was only taking one school downstate. Was that there?
Yeah, it wasn't like it is now, man.
Right, they got 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A.
And a coach's dream, all the time you put in,
and
is to
you
get
lose.
downstate.
And you lose like that.
It was a bottleneck. Now I'm saying I was on the road because I beat the West Side teams.
Right.
And I would have got down to the Final Four.
Right.
And by me being on the road, I felt that I could have beat those teams down there because
you beat the toughest teams on the West Side.
Hello.
Right. So you.
And I'm young, energetic. Why me?
Did you lose it when they missed the call? Was you pissed? Did you go irate?
Better to be pissed off than to be pissed. Man, I was irate.
I know you was.
Because a man stick his hand through the net already, you should have been blowing your whistle.
Right.
And it hurt me, man. And then I go over to Collins, and I lose double overtime to Luther Bedford from Marshall.
Oh.
And those referees was wore out. Because I was wore out because
the crowd,
the crowd, 8,000.
the player, people was, they was worked that night.
You know, and I'm saying, my high school coach told me, Larry Hawkins, a man that was before his time.
Larry Hawkins.
Larry Hawkins.
From Carver, right?
A disciplinarian coach. So running a program from the disciplinarian end wasn't no new thing to me. Because I rode that wave all the way through college.
Right.
It got me, I was like the second leading rebound. I could play multiple of positions. And that Northern was on the rise. And I just took that effort to coaching. It was like, give something back. And the one thing I was sitting up there thinking about you the other day, how I got started. I was the first coach that started the elementary basketball team.
Oh, yeah?
The principals were worried about insurance.
Oh.
And at the time, I was waiting for a position on the high school level.
So you started the younger kids?
And man, I was so energetic, Bob. I didn't care nothing about doing stuff for free.
Right.
I was trying to save lives. I was trying to educate our young elementary players. Son, you gotta have grades.
You got to.
You gotta have grades. And one guy, I had to make an example out of it. You know, you can't play with me with no grades because when you go to high school, the person ain't gonna look at what kind of grades you making. Are you coachable? And I see those kids sometime today, and they're like following in my footsteps as being a coach.
Okay, good.
You know, they address me as coach. You know when you did this. You know when you know. And that's when I was waiting on a high school position. Do you know how long it took me to get in that field?
How long?
It took me 5-6 years waiting.
Just to get a head coaching job in a public school.
Man, I can remember that like a T. And my doctor to this day, he say, Mr. Russell, you have a great memory. And I thank the Lord for that. Because a lot of coaches would have forgotten that. But I forgot how I started. And I was one of the first coaches that started that elementary school thing.
Yeah.
And Coach, the rest is history, man.
We got a couple comments. Okay, so Cyrus wanted to say, tell Coach Don Russell, man. He said, tell Russell I said hello. He's one of the best coaches in the state. Cyrus McGinnis.
Yes, sir.
Hayward Leggett. He might if he might have faced guard at Curtis Cross. Do you remember Curtis Cross or something?
Curtis Cross played for me at Amundson.
Right. Okay. And he said, do Don Russell remember Nate Mason from Waller High School?
Nate Mason and I went to college together.
Yeah.
We were starting guards.
Okay. Yeah.
Just got off the phone with him next morning. So I don't forget.
You don't forget.
Stuff like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Finally, got the coaching job at Lincoln Park.
Right.
And I don't like to present that, but that was one of the places I went. And believe it or not, I hated it. Nate Mason was the reason why I got there because all the good people had left administration at college and it was time to go.
Right.
I never want to mention to people what a feeling that I picked up over at Lincoln Park.
Right. It wasn't the best experience.
No, because those black kids were coming from Greeny Green
To predominantly.
To Lincoln Park, which was wilder.
Right.
And I noticed you talking about racial. They didn't want those black kids over there, but they had to take them.
Right.
And they didn't want them over there because there was this thing on the attendance part where when school first starts, you get paid for that amount of
attendance. Kids, right.
And they felt that the blacks was jeopardizing
the funding from the state and all of that.
The state, and mainly from the state. And I realized that those black kids were looking for direction.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good team at Lincoln Park, but at the time they had Lincoln Park in the Red West. Hell, you all got to get us out of here, because we don't fit in this description here.
No, he said Lincoln Park in the Red West. You gotta.
Come on, man. And I had some tough kids, man.
But I don't know about tough enough for Lincoln Park though, because they had money over there, right?
Let me tell you something. I had a kid. He was 6'9". I can't think his name right now, but he lived in my block when I had the home on 87th Street. And he got the tryout with the Bulls.
Okay.
And as I talk, I probably will think of his name. But I told him, you 6'9", get you a little baby hook shot, and when you get down low amongst the giants,
it'll work every time.
You got something.
Right.
Oh, Coach, that's kind of weak. I said, boy, let me tell you one thing. One day you'll come back and you'll thank me. And the only reason why he didn't make that Bull team, because they loved his outside game.
Right.
But what you got for the inside?
Because back then, you had to be a big guy. You got to have some post game.
And you black too?
Right.
With Chicago Bulls?
Right.
Come on, man. So he comes to me, Coach, I made a mistake. And I say, that's water under the bridge. I knew you was going to come back and challenge me on that. But if you'd have had the little baby hook down,
he'd have been where he needed to be.
Left-handed too.
Ooh.
Lord have mercy. I said, son, you missed your chance. And most guys, NBA, you missed a chance. See, I coached Randy Brown. Bob, you talking about, I knew the boy was going to be good. You played with Michael Jordan. I said, Randy, you got to work on your outside shot. Now, you can get to the basket because he had long arms, Scottie Pippen arms.
Right.
You can get to the basket. But what if they close out with a zone on you?
He never worked on his jumper?
Or he worked on the jumper, but he had a pound on his face. Now, you getting with Michael, boy, you got to have an outside shot.
You got to have an outside shot.
Being a 2 guard.
Yeah.
And the 1 guard, the boy was quick.
Right. Randy Brown was quick, defensively
tough.
Man,
I already know. I told quick like a cat. And he was so quick in that Proviso West tournament that, then you talking about the prestigious prejudice, using the city teams to draw your crowd and money.
Mm-hmm. That's what they were doing for the Proviso West tournament.
Hell, you had 3 sessions at $5 a ticket.
Oh.
Tell me what you was trying to do, because I already know.
Right.
Randy Brown was like defensive player. But you can't give him much because we couldn't win, because that situation is just like it is downstate.
A Proviso?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
So now I'm figuring it out. The prestigious Christmas tournament. And Bob, all of it began to fit, because now when I got at Collins, Well, I was at Collins, and then I picked up Antoine Davidson. I had Walter Bond, Gerald Rowan. I had a whip.
You had a whip over there.
I won that. And the format they gave me a 8:30 game. In December. First thing came to mind, Lord said, man, you gotta get those kids up. How you gonna do that? I said, oh, no problem. I'm gonna get a room.
And stay out that way.
Hello.
Right.
Because by the time I get those boys to the school, mounted on the bus and get out there, man, the game just started.
That's right. That's right.
So I got out of it at this Holiday Inn, right next to the school. We got up that morning. We had a light breakfast, like cereal and orange juice. We dressed at the hotel. We walked in the arena at about 8 o'clock. We had plenty of time to warm
Got
up.
there early, got stretched out, got breakfast.
See, now, I guess they didn't think I would be prepared for that, but I was prepared. And we were loose. We got a lead. First game, no contest. Now, it's all over the board now. Watch Collins. Second game, no contest. Third game, I played against King High School. 60-game winning streak Sonny Cox had. I'm in your ass today. He had Marcus Liberty, Jamie Brandon. He had a
Johnny Selvey and all them boys.
And I had Walter Bond, Gerald Rowan, Antoine Davis. And plus, I had a couple of West Side kids that you can't tell them no. I've been on that floor.
They were
dogs.
dogs.
They've been taught, you know. So when I beat Mike, let me call you back. When I beat Sonny Cox, he left his trophy out on the floor.
He did? He didn't take it?
And he didn't like people that beat him. I'm telling you what I learned. But I said, I'm going to be in that ass tonight. Lord is my witness because, man.
But y'all, what type of play did y'all trap the whole game? What y'all do? I heard the West Side love to trap the length of the court the whole game.
I woke up in the middle of the night because he had nothing but stars.
That's right.
And I said, oh, okay. I'm going to play him a 1-3-1 where whoever gets the ball, we're gonna honor him with one-on-one. But your other 4 men are going to lay back in that 3-1.
Right. It's hard to score in that 1-3-1.
His Lord is my witness, bless his heart. He's dead and gone now. But to this day, I never had a chance to get to him and ask him, man, you didn't know what I was doing. Because your players didn't.
No.
You know. So, that 1-3-1 I use to freeze people, give me a lead, then I got them in my net. Right.
That 1-3-1 is tough to score in, man.
The man from this school in the college won the NCAA with that 1-3-1.
It's hard to beat that.
I learned that 1-3-1 from a guy named Tom Merrick. That was at Inglewood.
Oh.
I scrimmaged him. And I said, man, this is powerful and interesting. And I used it. And I was sitting on the West Side, but it kicked in on the West Side because I won that prestigious Christmas tournament with that 1-3-1 because I had to get through Sonny Cox King.
Ooh, wow. They was pissed when you beat them.
Man, listen,
because I'm sure they thought they was going to win when they walked in there.
Absolutely.
Come on,
Man,
now. Most of the time they was going to win.
Let me tell you something. At that point, young and eager, I didn't care what you thought. Because I scouted you. And I thought what I was going to do. Hambric told me, Bob Hambric told me after the game, he said, Coach, he said, that's interesting. I thought about that. I said, you a lie, Hambric. Because I was the first one that, that thought to come back to use that outside of Tom Merrick
Wow. Wow.
And I studied it how, of course, you know, a zone means that you have a certain territory to cover.
That's right.
That 131, I explored it in different ways. I could send the back man out to the corner to trap you.
Yep. Get trapped in them corners.
Hello.
On both sides of the corners, you
And
can
on
get
the
trapped.
wing.
Yep, and them, yeah, man.
Stop your shooters because they already out there.
They're already out there.
Jamie Brandon didn't have a clue. I love him to this day because the boy could play. You had a 60-game winning streak, but the buck stops here today. I hope he ain't know that. It was a great experience, a great challenge, because we went on and played New Trier for the championship. And of course, those white teams, how they beat blacks is that they'll play that basic,
patient,
slow game.
Yeah, pass it around, pass it around.
In foul trouble, and next thing you know, 3 of your 5 starters are out the game.
Right.
Because you reach it.
Right.
I never will forget, this guy from New Trier called me, and he says, Coach, I need you to send me a film of your game. I said, who is this? He says, so-and-so coach from New Trier. I said, all right, Coach. I said, I understand, but I said, I'm from the city. We don't do stuff like that. We don't send no coach.
No, you got to come to the game if you want to.
Which you see me play throughout the tournament, so you already know. I said, Coach, don't do me like that, because I can't do that.
Right.
So to this day, this white man is still mad when I see him at some of these coaching things. Well, Coach, you remember you wouldn't give me a call back? I said, yeah, I remember that.
You beat him?
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you sit and dissect my film all night, your team.
You should have been scouting.
Yeah, right.
Which I know he was.
Right.
But see, I guess I'm boo-boo the fool. And you're not coming with the right information. But I didn't say nothing. I still acted professionally.
Right.
Because I'm on a roll.
Right.
And I'm not going to let you hinder me with this BS.
Right.
So, next thing I know, I go back to practice for this championship. Next thing I know, Ron or Bob Kaplan, who was working with Channel 7, come waltzing into my school, into my private practice with the whole Michigan coaching staff.
Oh, wow.
And the only reason why I tolerated them is because my brother went to Michigan.
Right.
So I say, coaches, how did y'all? And then I knew Kaplan was the reason for that. He's a man that said 2 words to me in 5 years.
Right.
Now I get to the dance floor, now all of a sudden, you're making these people think that you're buddy with me. I don't even know you like that.
Right.
In fact, they're seeing you on your podcast.
That's right.
So I told him, I said, don't you ever do no stuff like that. You had no respect for me.
Right.
Why didn't you call me and say, hey, Coach, I'm gonna get this Michigan coach. I said, the only thing that saved your butt is when my brother went to Michigan.
That's the only reason.
And I told them coaches that.
Right.
So they set in on my practice, and it was interesting. And I had to get on Walter Bond. Hey, man, don't start jumping up trying to grab the rim because you might get hurt.
Right.
Don't do that. Let's work on our fundamentals, work on our 1-3-1. And I don't want to change my format because those coaches are here.
Right, don't change.
Please don't.
Don't change.
And they know how I was. I said, don't have me sit you down.
You said you was a stickler for the way you ran your stuff.
And I'm going to tell you, the second hardest thing was coaching a kid that father is the principal.
Oh, damn.
His father was the principal.
Whose father?
Walter Bond.
Oh, damn.
And bless his heart, he's dead and gone now. And when I brought that 1-3-1 out, when Marcus Liberty got the ball on the wing, I had that 1-3-1 waiting right for him.
He couldn't operate.
And the father was hollering out, get my son off of Marcus. I didn't even turn around, Bob, because I recognized the voice.
Right.
I said, this man
It's
don't have
nothing.
a clue what I'm doing.
Right.
Now, when I win the game, I can't find your ass. You look like boo-boo the fool. That's what I was thinking, but I never challenged him on that.
Right.
I kept my mouth closed, and I was on a mission.
Right.
Well, no need me to say nothing to him. I didn't want.
They saw your work.
Right. Now, I had to go back to the drawing board and get his son straight. Walter, listen, I know your dad is coaching across the dinner table.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm the coach.
That's right.
Please, don't have me make an adjustment, because I'll sit you down.
Right.
He'll tell you that to this day.
Right, right.
Because I knew in the Red West, the boy Walter Brown could bring the ball up the floor as a forward to help relieve the pressure off the guard. Because you know that's all West Side did.
Press.
Hell, I pressed Marshall for the whole championship game.
Damn.
They was in shape.
Wow.
They ran miles along the track because I knew what I had and I knew what I had to do. You're going to be in shape for this.
Right. You say his lungs was out.
Man, I told Walter Brown, you're going to have to stop eating those homemade pizzas because you're going to run today.
Yeah, Walter
And
Brown.
what I found out in college, I was the best. When we ran the track, I came in first in everything.
Wow.
But when we got in on the floor where basketball, you're starting and stopping. You're
Constantly.
moving here. And I was tired. And I couldn't figure out. I said, oh. Now the suicide, and you know about that, Bob.
That's right.
Got me in real shape.
Right, because that's that stopping and going.
Hello.
You're right. Right.
3/4 or free throw line back.
Oh,
Half
man,
court
suicide.
back.
Ooh. The name speaks for itself. Suicide.
You know it's program, Bob.
Yeah, suicide.
So,
right.
Oh, you gonna run and don't let the guards beat you. You better keep up with them, else you're gonna run it again. Man, it was a great experience as a coach because I knew what I was doing and what I was trying to make sure that my players bought into my system.
Right.
When you win, ooh, it's honky-dory.
Right.
When I won that Proviso West, I was hoping and praying that these guys wouldn't peak too soon.
Right.
Go back to the Red West, homeboy.
Right.
Now, them teams ain't afraid of you.
No, they don't care.
Hello.
The Proviso West Side, that's a mix of everybody. But that West Side is all West Side.
Well, God is my witness, man.
Cyrus said something real quick in this post. I didn't want to lose it, Cyrus, because I know you said you wanted to tell him you wanted to only coach to beat Hambric 3 times in one season or something.
Absolutely, both times in the conference and in the quarterfinals.
Wow. Can you talk about that? You got a minute? Can you talk about that?
Man. It was the greatest feeling in the world.
In the world,
Hambric was the top dog in the city.
Right.
My first year at CVS, Chicago Vocational High School, where all the big-time players, Dick Buckus and all those people, went to that school. It was the greatest feeling in the world because Bob Hambric was a good-ass coach.
Okay.
And
you give it up to him. He a good-ass coach.
He been downstate. He's won. He got players in the school. And we talked.
Okay.
Hambric was one of the first coaches that told me, Russ, you got to leave these referees alone. And I understood, but I didn't understand. If I go and scout you as a referee, and I see you running the court, and you in position to make the calls,
I ain't got
you
nothing to
ain't
say.
doing it with me. What's up?
What's up? Right.
So I'm wondering, and I beat Hambric at his place the first time, which was very important.
But who was on that team? Do you remember that? What year that
Bobby
was?
Simmons. I can't remember.
Okay, that team, Bobby Simmons' team. Okay.
And it was just something that was interesting because I knew Hambric wouldn't allow his kids to shoot out past the free throw line. And I could never understand why these other teams playing him a man. Because when Hambric get that passing game, is what he called it, you dead, but you just not stinking. I'm telling you, Bob, what I experienced with Bob Hambric, one of the greatest coaches in the city.
Oh.
And I played, my point is that I played Hambric a zone. I would never play a man unless I got a comfortable lead, and I'm going to get some experience with my man, because man, you know, you got to be in shape to play some man now.
You got to.
You better.
You got to, because especially when coaches like y'all running all this stuff and through screens and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, man. No doubt about it, man, you know. Look, Joe, I'm in a meeting. Let me holler back with you. Yeah, so now that was the first round with Hambric. The second at my school. Oh, it still stands. I'm studying films all night on Hambric, because I knew Hambric wasn't going to never change.
He ain't changing his style.
You know the truth, Bob.
Right, he going to run his stuff.
Man, I tell you, I learned from Hambric.
Right, yeah.
He wasn't going to change his style, and neither was I, because it was working for me.
Right.
If it ain't broke, I'll fix it. So I still play him that 1-3-1. And I noticed in this scout report, Hambric had where he like practiced his guys that if you full court press him, he had his players working that to a T. I said, no, I ain't doing that. I didn't do it in the first conference game.
Right.
I set back into like a 3/4 and a half court press, and it worked in the first conference game. Why am I going to change?
Right, right.
And I noticed he was having trouble. He was pulling guys out, getting on their butt, because they wasn't. See,
They wasn't used to that.
Not only that.
He wouldn't allow his players to improvise, you think?
No, he wouldn't. See, the thing that I liked, well, it was my thing against his, that Hambric wouldn't let his, because he had some players that.
Yeah, some killers over there, man.
If he let them loose, all hell would break out. I'm telling you, you know why? Some of those kids will come and tell me, oh, coach, he ain't going to let us shoot our pass. I said, oh, I got you now.
Oh, his kids would tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Man, that's how upset they was, because they was mad with Hambric.
Right.
But Hambric had his own system, and they wasn't going to challenge him because he'll put you off the team.
That's right. Because there was so much talent over there, man.
He was just like Larry Hudson. You couldn't question his style because he'll put you off the team because you're undermining him.
That's right.
Man, so I'm studying films on Hambric. Second conference game, I beat him by 12. At his place, I beat him by 15.
Wow.
That meant something to me.
Hell yeah, 15 at Simeon.
Coach, man.
You don't beat Simeon at Simeon by 15, man.
And you don't beat them 3 times in 1 year. That's what I've always held to my heart. And the guy told me, he said, Coach, you won with the kids, even though you was politicked.
Right.
That meant a lot to me, man, from the heart.
Right, right.
Now, I got to turn around and play him in the quarterfinal. I'm up all night studying, and some say, he gonna do the same thing.
He gonna run the same thing.
Don't change, Russ, because what he's trying to do is know how to beat that 1-3-1. And that's how strong and powerful that 1-3-1. Because, you know, you could do a lot of things with that 1-3-1.
Yeah, as far as defensively, too, man. Defensively, man, it's hard to navigate that.
Right.
You need shooters, man, for that, right?
Not only that, your shooter's going to have to be on the ball because that 1-3-1, them 3 men are already out there.
They're already out there. So that guard, he going to have to penetrate them gaps and draw them, make them sink, right?
That's right. Now, if you go to the corner, I got something for you over there. It's called a trap zone.
Right. Ooh.
So I'm saying Hambric is not going to change, and neither am I with that 1-3-1. Because I could do some changing up. I could send that back man out, or I could make him stay home.
Right, right.
And so I'm up all night. And I said, Hambric is not going to change, Russ.
What am I up all night
I
for?
love me some Bob Hambric. When he put that hand up, because we used to play ball at Simeon on Wednesday. And we would talk.
Okay.
And I would listen. And Self said, Hambric is not going to change. Now, I got to play this man, come right around. I got to play him in the quarterfinals.
Wow.
One win away from...
That's 3 times in one season. It's hard to beat the team 3 times in one season.
Me, that's history. And nobody knows that. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not bragging about it, but that's a fate.
That's history right there, man. Hambric losing 3 times in one season to the same team.
He didn't like it either.
Of course he didn't like that.
Bob had a friend over my building, and his girlfriend came down and she says, do you have any beer in your place, Coach? Hambric is having a headache, and I ain't gonna explode him like that. But I said, no, baby, I don't have no beer here. But I had just beaten Hambric.
Wow.
In the quarterfinals.
Wow.
And at that time, I knew from my heart that something wasn't right in that situation because not very many people came to that quarterfinal game. And I said, well, where's the crowd? That ain't like Simeon's
Not
crowd.
to travel, right?
And it was some stuff going on in the administration.
Oh, it was?
That I'd rather not say.
Okay.
Because that's the respect I have for Hambric.
That's right.
That's how I studied Hambric all the time. And that Bob Hambric was an interesting guy because we had certain people Hambric didn't want on that quarterfinal game. And then these were 4
Talking about officials?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I ain't gonna mention their names. Hambric say, so we came to the tables 15 minutes before the game. And Hambric say, Ref, how'd you get on this game? I told my brother, say, downtown got me on this game. Hambric looked at his watch. He said, you still got time to get off of this. Oh, man, Tommy. But deep down inside, I said, I studied you all night long. I'm coming for your ass for the 3rd time, Hambric.
Wow.
Do you know a lot of people don't realize that I beat Hambric? I, Coach Russell, beat Hambric 3 times in 1 year.
That's unheard of.
I ain't never heard of nobody ever doing that.
No, they ain't never did that.
And
ain't nobody
you
did that.
Call-ins or whatever, but I'm telling you the
Cyrus just said it. He said that ain't never happened to Hambric. Hambric ain't never lost 3 times to the same team in one season.
To look it up.
Right.
Look it up.
Right.
Stats don't lie.
Right. That's what he said. He said that ain't never happened to Hambric. You the first one to do that.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that was my way to the city championships or semifinals. And Bob, I tell you, Lord is my witness, beating Roberson, Robert Collins, was the toughest game in all my coaching career.
Oh, yeah?
To the championship.
To beat Roberson?
Beat Roberson, who came in 2nd in the Central. And what I went through, because I knew all the politics was there. They didn't want to see 2 West Side teams in the championship. I felt it.
You knew it.
My high school, when you get vibes about something.
Right.
Very meaningful vibes. My high school coach told me, he says, you're in a political situation. And that's when I learned they wanted a certain team to win. But I wasn't going to go tell my players that.
Yeah. You're going to let them play the game.
There you go.
Play the game, guys. So you don't have that in the back of your head.
But beating Hambric was a tough Wolverine out of the woods.
Beating them. Because people looking at Simeon like, oh, God, we know we finna lose more often than not.
And it's in those kids' head.
It's in their head, man.
That's why a lot of them go to Simeon, because you are a winning tradition.
That's right.
as Lord is my witness, I had a chance to get Nick Anderson.
I remember you were telling me about that. Talk about that with Nick Anderson. You said you was on him every day, right?
Like 40 going north. Like he left on ice cream bar because the boy can play. He was attending Prosser High School at the time.
That's right, yeah.
His sister was at Collins High School.
Oh,
I was on her every morning, greeting her with orange juice and rolls. You know, at then our school was.
They had all of that.
They had all that.
Yeah.
Simeon probably had it.
Yeah. Morning breakfast type deal.
You know, and I'm flipping out a little cash. I say, talk to your brother, tell him I'm going to be at his doorsteps tonight. And I could be at his doorsteps in the morning, too.
What grade was he in when you was pursuing him like that?
He was like a sophomore at Prosser.
He was big like that then? He was 6'5", big like that?
He wasn't big. He was like strong.
Right.
And you wouldn't recognize him until you saw him in a uniform where...
Like this dude got a pro body.
He got long arms.
Right.
He could jump. He could board. And I'm saying, I'll be damned. I say, what's stopping you? Well, he got the edge on me because he played in the summer league with them boys at Simeon. They fell in love. Mm-hmm. I said, man, you would be with Randy Brown. You would be with Michael New, who went to New Mexico. You
say he would have been with Walter Bond them too?
Yes, sir.
Y'all have went downstate with that team. Y'all have won it that year.
Because
I think they came up empty his senior year.
Right.
They ended up losing the King.
And that's what happened when I was at Collins High School. I lost to King. No, I lost to Marshall. Well, you know, and then the next year I got politic because I lost to Robeson. And I said, well, I got to better my program. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm telling you, playing Robeson in the semifinal was the hardest game because it's mine. You're trying to get to the championship. You know, Robeson came in second place in the Central, and he had a couple left-handed boys on that team. Mm-hmm. And he was a good coach.
Is that Redmond?
No, that was Robert Collins.
Robert Collins, okay.
And, you know, like I had to study his program too. You know,
so you were doing your research on these coaches. You was watching them and making sure.
Because I want to be prepared. Because this was my first year at Collins. All the politics I saw roaming around in the sky, and certain people down at that board wanted a certain team to win. And I said, hell, I ain't going back to tell my players this.
Right.
That's on me. I got to prepare myself. I got to be, you know, when you play away at home, you got to play like you 15, 20 points down.
When you're on the road.
On the road.
That's right.
And I was prepared for that. And actually, I snuck down there to the pavilion because I knew a guy named Judson Mitchell. He helped me get down there. And all I wanted to do is just have a little shoot around and get them winded up where you're going to be playing.
Right. Let them get a feel of the environment.
8,000 people.
Ooh.
That gets into your head because the crowd will go through your system like crazy.
Wow.
Free throws. Because we're playing on the college floor.
That's right. You're right.
Which is bigger.
It's bigger and it's louder, those lights. And these are kids.
Oh, man, the floor is skin tight. You could hear the gym shoes squirking. You know, in high school, man, you gotta mop the floor, you know. And it was interesting. But that was the toughest game to get to the championship.
Against Robeson.
Robeson.
Wow.
Then I had to turn right around and play Marshall, which I lost in the double overtime.
Ooh, man.
I'm talking about shirt soaking wet, you know, and the thing where coaches wore.
Was that when they blew the whistle on you? They didn't hit. Was that when? No, that wasn't when he knocked the ball out of the rim when you lost to Marshall, though.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons.
That was one of the reasons. Because y'all went double overtime.
Right.
Okay.
Now, here's the deal. Now, you're calling that offensive call all day long because my guys were positioned.
Mm-hmm.
A crucial call he missed. Richard Rios and Danny Crawford. I never will forget that. But that's okay. Because we could win in the double overtime. I had a kid named Steve Oliver. They called him Houdini.
Steve Oliver.
Left-handed.
He was cold.
Cold as a bag of ice ball. The boy had just they call him Houdini. Them people didn't call you no Houdini.
You had some tricks.
Oh,
you had to have some tricks.
He
now.
did a move in the Marshall game. At Marshall, this is doing conference play. He went between two guys, got to it before them. He brought the ball back, then put it between his legs, went to the basket, and made a left-hand layup. And I called timeout. I said, son, what's going on out there?
You say, what the heck was that?
What was that? He said, Coach, watch me on the next one. I set my ass right down. I said, well, go for it, because I'll taught you.
Right.
He did it again, man. And that's when you say letting those players loose,
right.
I gave him that right.
That's right. You let them get busy.
Man, the boy could play, man. And college floor, I pressed damn near the whole game. That's the only way I felt that I could beat that. Is wear him down because he only went 6 or 7 deep in his bench.
Oh, so you forced him to have to go deeper.
I sure did. And my chance was there. But I every now and then, man, I'll pop up watching a championship game. It's like you're playing on the road.
That's right. Downstate.
We missed some key free throws.
Right. Those
1 + 1 + 1 and up.
Yeah.
I lose by 1.
Oh.
Wow. I'm telling you, man. That feeling is still there. If I had to do it over again, I'd do the same thing.
You'd press the whole game.
Well, I would back up here and there.
Right.
Maybe only on free throws. But after a basket, I'm going to move my ass back maybe to the half court. Or all the way back.
Right. Turn it on and off.
I wasn't going to play him no man either because that's all those West Side boys did on the West Side was play all summer, one-on-one, man-to-man. There would be no shooting at the OK Corral today.
Everybody, 94 feet.
Hello.
Dang.
Man, I'm telling that Red West, the last place team, the Farragut's, the Cranes. And that was when Winnie Young was new kid on about them ass whooped.
Y'all were dragging them through the mud. Because they play in the same conference as the West Side.
Yeah, the Midwest.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I know they were looking at this.
He got win. He's starting to get some good players. But I'm telling you, the Marshalls, the Cranes, the Farragut's, those teams. Or it's just the scenery. Chicago Avenue in Pulaski, where
the West Side.
Certain areas you cannot go.
That's right.
Them boys are scared. Especially at all.
Right.
We lost that all in the conference game.
Why? Because they was in the crowd was all into it. They had them boys talking trash.
It was a big fight the year before I came, and
talking about
against Orr and Collins.
Oh.
It's like them games they don't forget.
Oh, so just in case it might happen again, if y'all beat us, we go. Y'all might win the game, but we gonna win the fight.
That's exactly what happened.
Dang.
Next thing I know, my starting private went home. And one of my players came back and he said, Coach, Steve and all those guys went home. I said, what? I ran right down to my principal. I said, Dr. Grady, Jordan, why didn't you tell me this? This is the first I learned that y'all had a big fight with them the year before I came.
Wow. You didn't know.
I did not know.
Oh.
And yeah, now I got to do something about this. So I'd say, well, what you gonna do about it? He said, well, get on the phone and call him back. We'll have police escort.
That's right.
We had 3 policemen go over there. And man, it was wild, man. Down in the locker room. That school had the Park District in their school.
Oh,
So it was tearing the school up. It was dangerous.
Damn.
Certain people didn't need to be there. It was there.
It was rough.
Well, you gave me protection out on the floor, but where were you on halftime and in the locker room?
Oh, they wasn't coming down there.
No.
Sure. Oh.
No, them fools was coming down there.
They was coming down there.
But the police wasn't.
Oh, damn.
We left out of there. They were throwing glass at us.
Damn.
Boy, Terry Hill had glass cuts, and we lost the game.
Damn.
And I just would imagine what would happen if we won.
Oh, man. It was best that y'all didn't. Hello.
Just let you know the 12:30 appointment is here.
Okay. All right, we're going to wrap up.
Okay. We'll wrap up in a minute.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, man, it was interesting how my career, but what solidified everything is that one guy that passed away, Charles Glenn, he played on the downstate team with my brother. He said, Russ, don't fret, don't fear, don't be sorry, because you won with the kid. Oh man, that's all I wanted to hear.
You did. And
my main objective was, teaching the game, let them go to college.
Right.
If I got downstate,
That's
more
a
people
plus.
would have saw
Right.
what I had.
Right.
That's the thing that I was hurt about.
But you got a chance to beat Cox and Hambric.
Yeah.
And we're going to close out because we don't got long. How did it feel to do that with your team? And your guys wasn't even as highly touted as those kids that they had, right?
Well, they were good because I taught them to be good.
Right.
Fundamentals kicked in at the right time.
Right.
Now, it was a great feeling from a coach's standpoint beating Cox and Hambric because they were the elite coaches.
They were the elite coaches. That's
in the
right.
city.
That's right.
And how good is like to knock the champion out?
You did it 2 times. You did it with both of them. We got another question because we got to get out of here. He said, tell me about Joe Stiffen.
Joe Stiffen?
Yeah.
Who asked that question?
Cyrus McGinnis.
Oh, Cyrus, come on, man. The boy could jump to the moon. That's why you had to weigh him down. He had the good 12-foot jumper.
He had the mid-range.
Yes,
he
sir.
had everything.
He had the big thighs. The boy could jump. Hell, he went to Cincinnati and raised tail.
Wow.
Joe Stiffen was a star in his own way. The boy could play, man. But I had players that they had some prop too now.
Right.
They weren't gonna lay down and die. Well, you're gonna have to work for everything you did in that championship.
I see that was your motto though. You didn't care who walked in that
No,
building.
sir. Because when I practice and teach you, it's gonna be days like this.
That's right.
That joker, man, Stiffen went to that free throw line one time because we sandwiched him on it. We didn't do it to hurt him.
Right.
That ball was coming into that area.
Right.
And he got sandwiched. And that's when I learned that joker wore out the time.
Y'all wore him out.
Because he was trying to catch his breath. But like I said, God is good, man.
And we got 1 minute left. What's next for you, Coach?
Well, retired, playing golf, praising the Lord to get me this far. I ain't mad at nobody. I enjoyed my run. I'm trying to do a book, and I'm grateful.
We gonna do that book. You ain't trying. You gonna do that book, right?
Absolutely.
You working on it, right?
I'm working on it now. And this is the area where I'm coming to get my notes together.
Okay.
The guy told me this, and I'm gonna say this last. My golfing buddy in Florida, he said, a lot of people have taken memories to the grave.
That's right.
Don't you do that. Man, that got in my head, and that gave me a boost. So I'm getting back with it.
We gonna get this book done, man. Anybody out there that knows some good publishers, man, let's hit up Coach Don Russell, man. He came on the show today with your boy Bobby Reed. Thank you, Coach, for chopping it up with me, man. We gonna have to do this again.
Absolutely.
We up out of here, man. We got somebody else taking the room, y'all. Peace.